Hello everyone, and welcome to day 198 of Project 365. Today I wanted to talk to you guys about something that has been in the news a lot recently, and is something that I feel is very important. And that is the quote-unquote Ground Zero Mosque. Now, for those of you who are unaware, there is an Islamic community center being built approximately 5 to 6 blocks away from Ground Zero. A lot of people are saying that this is an affront and an insult to the people who lost their lives in 9/11. Personally, I don't think so. I don't think it's an insult to those who lost their lives in 9/11. You know what the real insult is? The fact that we went into 2 bogus wars over a lie. The fact that we lost 4,000 people simply because of the fact that we want to spread our democracy because we think that our democracy is superior than all these other civilizations. It constantly seems like America always needs to have one enemy. Starting back after World War II, it's always seemed like America has to have one enemy. Whether we're the Koreans, the Vietnamese, the communists, the list goes on and on. The Iran-Contra affair, name any war after World War II, we pretty much made up some type of enemy simply because of the fact that we were afraid for our democracy. And that's a lot of bullshit, if you really think about it. It really is. We need to have faith, and I hate the fact that I have to use that word, but we need to have faith in the fact that our democracy can work for everyone. With that being said, we shouldn't be trying to stop the building of this community center. They have the right to do so. Who are we to dictate whether or not they can? Simply because a few people will get offended by it means nothing. Because we shouldn't have to silence people simply because of the fact that others would find it offensive. If we had to do that, South Park wouldn't be broadcasted, nor would Family Guy, American Dad, or any other generally offensive show that has questionable material. No, we shouldn't be trying to stop the building of this, nor should we be trying to tell these people that they can't. They can, and they should. Because it's a community center. It's not a mosque. It's not like they're trying to build some memorial to the fact that they beat us. That is the most retarded thinking I've ever heard, and the fact that people are spouting this off as if it's the truth is the part that scares me even more. Back in 2003, after France had declared that it wasn't going to assist us in our war with Iraq, I believe at the time, we brought about a campaign called Freedom Fries. Simply because of the fact that we didn't want to associate France or the French to things that we have here for some odd reason. Then there was also the Great Duct Tape Scare back in 2003 as well, back when we were fearing nuclear and bio-warfare attacks. One of our defense guys was like, go out and get some duct tape. And he caused such a mass hysteria, he later had to retrace the steps and tell people, now that you have the duct tape, just relax. It seems like we constantly have to be in some state of terror, some state of extra awareness, or have some enemy that we're trying to fight. Why can't we just leave things be? Why can't we let people be people, let people live their lives as they want to? This community center, I think, is a good thing. And we shouldn't be, like I said, we shouldn't be trying to stop the building of it. That's ridiculous. That's just trying to silence some people and take away their rights. There's already been a prayer center that was based just a few blocks away. And in fact, it's been around since before the Twin Towers were even built. And yet, they haven't bred terrorists. They haven't struck terror into the fear of New York. They were just for practicing moderate Muslims. And because of the fact that we don't truly understand the Islamic religion, we're automatically afraid of it. We fear it because a group of extremists took their beliefs to the edge. Instead, we should be trying to embrace the Islamic faith and try and understand more about it. I'm not saying that we should praise Allah or anything like that, but I'm saying that we should at least gain some basic understanding before we try any of this prejudice. In fact, the root of all prejudice is a lack of understanding. The more we can understand about the faith, the more and more we can understand about their motives, their intentions, and their objectives. So, instead of trying to silence them, instead of trying to exterminate the Islamic faith, we should instead try and embrace them, welcome them into our country. Because, like I said, the more we can understand them, the more and more likely we are to not discriminate against them. All in all, I think it's ludicrous that we as a country are trying to fight another war over something as silly as a community center. In fact, we should be focusing our efforts on trying to educate our children, or we should be working on our efforts to try and build infrastructure, instead of trying to just stop the building of one minor building, although 13 floors isn't really minor. Whatever, it's the entire thing is just completely stupid to me. I mean, if this were some Christian center, some Catholic center or something, and it was a group of Catholics that attacked the Twin Towers, I'm not sure if it would happen the same thing. Or if it were a group of Christians who were attacking the Twin Towers, I doubt we would have the same reaction. And you know what's sad? There's an Islamic center in Florida that was attacked, and yet there wasn't any news about it anywhere. I only heard about it from Keith Olbermann on MSNBC. What is that? Why was that not publicized? Was it because of the fact that they were Muslims? This prejudice is going way too far. And it's gonna be like another Chinese Exclusion Act, or it's gonna be like another internment camp thing or something. Because this prejudice is going way too far. Am I saying that I support the religion? No. But I do support the religion's right to exist, and I also support the people's right to build a building that's supposed to be for everyone. Simply because of the fact that it has a faith center in the top 2 floors doesn't mean that it's going to be strictly for Muslims. There's going to be 11 other floors that anyone can freely go to. And I think it's great that they're actually trying to promote a peaceful place for people to pray. While I don't agree that prayer works, I still think it's okay that we're allowing people to do so. But anyway, like I said, it's stupid. My question for you guys today, how do you feel about this community center? Do you think it's a good idea? Or do you think it's a quote-unquote insult to the people who died during 9/11? Alright, so that's it for today, guys. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Carpe diem.